Educator, doctor, innovator, leader, inspiration. This is Mary Jane England, the 9th and first lay president of Regis College. Shaped by the Sisters of St. Joseph, imbued with their mission. Like the founders of Regis, Dr. Mary Jane England is a woman of courage and daring, committed to social justice, the pursuit of truth, and serving the dear neighbor. The daughter of a police officer and a nurse, Mary Jane acquired her passion for fairness, family, and community in her working-class Irish Catholic neighborhood within the embrace of Brighton St. Columkill Parish. Back then, girls were expected to grow up, marry, and raise a family, not have a career. But Mary Jane declared early on that she wanted to be a doctor, and her parents supported the idea enthusiastically. So did the sisters at Mount St. Joseph Academy, where she went to high school, and later at Regis, from which she graduated in 1959. A scholarship made that possible. Her yearbook described her as a classic beauty with a fetching smile. She was pictured campaigning for John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Her goal, to become a doctor and to take a cross-country trip. It's safe to say she accomplished those goals and much, much more. She has become a compassionate and dynamic leader in medicine and education, a true citizen of the world. She has often said, "The message I received from the sisters is that if God gave you talents, you had an obligation to give back, multifold." And so she has. She graduated from Boston University School of Medicine, specializing in child and adolescent psychiatry, an area dominated at the time by men. Her children were born during her medical schooling, which included training in San Francisco and Hong Kong. When she returned to Boston, she joined the staff at St. Elizabeth's Hospital in Brighton, just a half-mile from her home. She remains part of that community. Over 40 years, she served in many leadership positions, helping to restructure mental health services, working with 3 Massachusetts governors. She became the state's first commissioner of the Department of Social Services and later Associate Dean at Harvard's JFK School of Government. She has been sought at the national level as well, serving as president of the American Psychiatric Association and CEO of the Washington Business Group on Health. In the 1990s, while lobbying on Capitol Hill, Mary Jane England met former First Lady Rosalynn Carter. Together, they advocated for mental health reforms. Dr. England remains a member of Rosalynn Carter's task force on mental health. In each of her roles, Dr. England has worked tirelessly to serve the underserved, to be the voice of children, of people with mental health issues such as depression and substance abuse problems. Success in her field was never for its own sake, but rather to serve the dear neighbor. In 1985, she came home to Regis to give the commencement address and to receive an honorary degree, the first of 5 from institutions that include Boston University and Emory University. She told those graduating that the message of Regis is clear. Its graduates are competent with a clear set of human values, and they can take those values and skills and go forth to be leaders. She came home again 16 years later in 2001 to become the 9th president of the All-Women's College. She came at a time when prospects for Regis looked somber, with declining enrollment and a worsening deficit. Yet the England decade has brought about a turnaround and transformation of her beloved alma mater. Like Mother Domitilla, who founded Regis over 80 years ago, Dr. Mary Jane England dared to dream big dreams for the college and its students. She translated those dreams into action, fearlessly leading the case for growth. And grow it did. Building on Regis's strengths was just step 1. Some women were coming to Regis because of specific programs, but others were not coming because it was an all-women's college. So despite a personal wish that Regis continue as such, Dr. England saw with the impartial eye of a scientist that accepting men as undergraduates would bolster enrollment, and she was right. In 2007, with support from alumni and the campus community, Regis began to enroll men. more women came too, and 4 years later, undergraduates are 25% male, and overall graduate and undergraduate enrollment has increased to 1,600 students. Regis has always been proud of its diversity and successful in educating the children of inner-city working and middle-class families from Dorchester, Roxbury, Cambridge, Somerville, Everett, and, like Dr. England, from Brighton. Today, those same communities are home to Hispanics, Vietnamese, Haitians, and Cape Verdeans, and they're sending to Regis the first in their families to attend college. Regis in the 21st century continues the mission of the Sisters of St. Joseph, begun in 1927, to help the dear neighbor without distinction. With Dr. England's encouragement, diverse has also meant intergenerational. Regis is home not only to undergraduate and graduate students, but also to children in both the preschool Children's Center and the Regis Academy Kindergarten. In addition to heritage scholars, hundreds of area senior citizens attend classes in LARC, lifelong learning at Regis College. Also part of Dr. England's remarkable legacy is the development of 2 schools at Regis, the School of Liberal Arts, Education and Social Science, and the School of Nursing, Science and Health Professions. Within these 2 schools are 10 pathways of achievement that guide students through their Regis education with interdisciplinary opportunities and career-building knowledge. Regis students don't just want to leave college with a degree, but with a job prospect and a career path. Even before establishing a doctoral program in nursing practice in 2007, Regis was known for the excellence of its undergraduate major in nursing. In the England decade, Regis has broadened its offering of healthcare-oriented courses, and in the tradition of the Sisters of St. Joseph, looked beyond Massachusetts, reaching out to help poverty-stricken Haiti even before the devastating earthquakes there. The Regis School of Nursing is advancing the education of Haitian nurses. Working with Partners in Health, Regis is training Haitian nursing faculty and improving that nation's precarious healthcare system. On campus, Dr. England also led the building of new state-of-the-art athletic fields. The scholar athletes attracted to intercollegiate softball, soccer, lacrosse, field hockey, tennis, and track competitions have powered up the youthful energy of the campus. Throughout Dr. England's busy and successful career, family has always been central to her life. When you start talking about her accomplishments, Mary Jane England would rather speak of those of her children or 2 grandchildren, Ben and Sarah. Her 3 children, Thomas, Alex, and Cara, have all followed her into public service in the fields of education, healthcare, and law enforcement. But one thing is clear. Dr. England's presidency has been all about the students of Regis. Their health and well-being, their education and success have been her #1 priority. Pope Benedict has reaffirmed that the purpose of a Catholic college is to educate young people, to bring them out of poverty, to be productive citizens. Mary Jane England lives and breathes this mission every day and urges alumni and friends to fund scholarships and provide financial aid. She knows from her own personal experience the importance of giving back to a new generation. Indeed, her 10-year leadership has led to a stronger, healthier, thriving Regis, a Regis that is finally operating in the black, a Regis that is growing enrollments at all levels. Thanks to alumni, donors, faculty, staff, and friends of Regis who have been there every step of the way, Regis is a college with a renewed sense of mission, vitality, and excitement. And so we celebrate the England decade as it puts us on course for a vibrant future. We celebrate President Mary Jane England, a woman who, like the Sisters of St. Joseph before her, stands out for her courage, daring, commitment, and singular vision.